Hello everyone, and in this video we'll be looking at how to use the joystick with your Arduino. This will be a really simple project. All you will need is an Arduino, a joystick, and 5 male to female breadboard cables. Believe it or not, this is all you need. And with that, let's get started. Now, let's go ahead and assemble our circuit. If you look in here, you can actually see that there are these labels on the 5 different ports on a joystick. It's pretty easy. The wire is the port, and that is where our ground wire goes, which I'm going to use blue for now, just like that. And this one's going to be plugged into the ground slot, which is this one right there. As you can see, that's the ground slot. Next up, we have our 5 volt. As you can see, our 5 volt. So I'll go ahead and just plug that in, just like that, and plug the other end into the 5 volt pin on our Arduino. As you can see, right into the 5 volt pin. Next up, we have our VX and our VY, and that just shows the X movement and the Y movement of our joystick. So I'll go to my next wire and plug that in to the VX. And let's make our X be analog, because we want like the full, we don't want it to be like 1, 0, or -1. We want the full like range of values. So we're going to use analog. And we can make that one analog 1, say analog 2. So as you can see, the green wire is an analog 2. And next is the yellow wire, and this will be our VRY, as you can see. And as I'm sure you probably guessed by now, this one just goes in the next slot, analog 3. As you can see, X is an analog 2, and Y is an analog 3. Now the last wire is actually the button. Is if I push down on this, you can see that it's a little mini white button right there, and it kind of just like pushes down on that. And this is our last slot, so we'll plug in our last wire into there, just like that. And since this is just a button, so either it's on or off, we can use a digital port for this one, so we'll go ahead and plug this into digital number 7. As you can see, digital number 7, and that is our wiring for our joystick, all done. Okay, now let's go ahead and program our Arduino. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and done just the setup. So we have our just constants with the integers for the pin values, setting them all as input, and starting the serial monitor. Now, in our loop, let's go ahead and make a new int, call it x position, and just go ahead and do analog read of our x pin, just like that. And same thing with the Y pin, so I'll just copy that, paste it for the Y pin this time. And then let's go ahead and do serial dot print. They're going to just do X position. Oh, I cannot spell. Just like that. Put a space there. And then on the same line, print line. And just go ahead and print the X position. Just like that. Then let's go ahead and do serial dot print Y position. And on the same line, once again, serial dot print line Y position. And then we'll just go and that's for a button. We'll just do serial dot print once again button pressed. And once for our last serial command, serial, so second to last actually, print line, and then just do digital read our button pin.
And believe it or not, that's actually all done. It's a bunch of serial. We are just reading the position of our joystick. Now, let's go ahead and build that.
As you can see, I have my Arduino here, along with my serial monitor. And once I go ahead and open up my serial monitor by checking the auto scroll feature, you can see that as I move my controller, the X and Y positions increase. If I move my controller all the way this way, you can see that the X position starts increasing and is now at the highest point possible. If I move it down, you can actually start going to 0. Same thing with the Y. The Y to 0, but with the Y to max, and anything in between. Now if I were to go ahead and just push the button down, you can see it instantly. The 1 turns to 0, and when I let go, boom, right back to 1. Now, if for some reason your button does not seem to be working, check the description. There'll be a quick fix for some joysticks, depending on which one you have. You may need to add an extra line of code down, and it will be in the description. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, a sub to the channel would be great, or a like or a comment, and enjoy your day. Thank you.